Hi guys, long time no see. I'm Annie and today I'm very excited because I'm going to share with you my experience of how to find a job in Australia. Now let's get started. What kind of work can I do in Australia? Is it easy for me to find a job here without any English? How much time can I work for a week and how much money I can earn? All that question I have in mind before planning to go to study in Australia has been answered for my first 2 months here. And I'm sure that not only I will bear in mind all those questions, but for those who intend to come to Australia for any reasons too. So today I'm going to share them with you. Before coming here, I have heard a lot of advice about this, mostly from the internet. Some kind of information like job in Australia is very easy to find. You can choose from various type of job here. You are allowed to work 20 hours a week, or your minimum income is going to be $15 or $20 an hour. Well, actually, it's when I came here, I realized it's not pretty much like I thought it is. I was shocked. But I can admit this, you can totally afford your living in Australia with the income you get from your part-time job, so don't worry. The biggest problem for a student coming to Australia is that they want to get a job straight away. And believe me, I'm not an exception. For the first 2 weeks here, I was kind of stressed, desperate, and under great pressure where I have to spend my endless time sitting at home doing useless stuff where all of my housemates go to work, earn money, and at least they do something useful for their life every day. And I did nothing but spend my parents' money. I was kind of disappointed about myself. But anyway, then I realized that it happens to almost Australia coming version here. It's going to happen to you too. But don't worry, because it's going to be your motivation to find a job later. But at first, when you just come here, just relax and spend some time to experience and enjoy the life here first. It's very beautiful. Don't worry about job. The next problem that shocked me is the salary here. Well, that's not what I saw on ads or people saying that I'm going to get a minimum income of $15 or $20 because I have some English of my own. Well, here you have to accept the income of $10 or even less because you're new here. You don't have any experience of working here. You don't know anything about job here. You don't know how to do it yet. How can you expect that much money for your first time ever? And you will find it very difficult to get a job in a foreign business, because they always ask for your very good English and real experience. Most of students, when they come here, they work for Vietnamese people first to get experience, and then they can do whatever they want after that. There's not much difference between those who are very good at English and those who are not, because from the beginning, at first, at least. Because you all have to start from the same point. And believe it or not, even if your English is very good in Vietnam, like IELTS 8 or IELTS 7, it's not 100% sure that you can listen to English here, especially in Australia where you can hear weirded accent around the globe. So don't count too much on your English, okay? But it can make you feel more confident, so just improve it as much as you can. Moving on to the third surprise I found about job here. You guys can actually work for more than 20 hours a week, or to be exactly, you can work as many hours as you can as long as you can balance your life and your study. Because 20 hours is just the rule of working for overseas students that no one even cares. But we cannot break the rule unless our boss give it to the right to do it, right? The point is, we are supposed to be paid by card through the bank so that the government can control how many hours we actually work, and then they can count how much taxes our employee have to submit for it. But here, you are paid by cash, because your boss doesn't want to pay taxes for you as well for themselves too. But don't you dare bother because it's the win-win benefit. You can work as many hours as you can and earn much more money. The final thing I want to share with you before we move to the main part of this video is that there are various types of jobs here that you can choose to work. But the most popular ones for students, especially for overseas students, are waiter, waitress, kitchen hand, cleaner, cashier, something related to restaurant, hotel, supermarkets, so on. You know Australia. And in here, you can get paid by the end of the week, not the end of the month like Vietnam. Of course, it's going to depend much on the deal you make with your boss before you get to work. But in here, it often happens that way. I love it. It's kind of excited when you know that you're going to get money by the end of the week. And don't you dare think that you can work in an upper class than others because you are studying higher, you're richer, or your English is better. Because no matter who you are, what you did, you all have to start from the scratch. And always be ready to move for the job. But don't worry, the job here is only available, so never mind. So how exactly can I find a job here in Australia? Well, first of all, make yourself a good CV. And you better make up some experience in restaurant or coffee shop by asking others or searching on the internet. Um, like some kind of information, like what are you going to do in that position or in this positions. For example, if you apply for kitchen hand positions, it's pretty much like you are helping your mom in your own kitchen. It's very easy. That's it. And the next, you access to some job websites and applying your CV up there. Here below are some addresses that I use to find job. You can, find information in this. First is the Facebook page, of course. I'm a Facebooker. You can find information in this one. Page Job in Melbourne. This page collected jobs information from other websites and mostly in Melbourne. This would be very easy for those who are not good at English yet to search on English websites. Another one is page Vietnamese Student Association in Melbourne. But this one not only about job, but about everything. Students come here and share. It's very good to find some experience of living and studying in Australia though. Or if you're in Sydney, you can find one in Sydney. I think it have. I don't know. Sorry. The second one is official Australia websites. The most popular is gumtree.com.au. This one, every student in Australia have to know this website, so you better too. It already have clear instructions, so you just need to search and find out. Or you can find something useful in jobseeker.org.au. This one. And the last one is this website. It's very popular for Vietnamese students. Or you can ask your friends for the easiest, many ways to get to something related to job in Australia. Step 3. Prepare some English questions and confidence to pick up the phone and call. Or you can print out your CVs and submit it around your area when you go shopping or hang around. And even if they don't need you right now, you can suggest them calling you when anything comes up or available. And if they do need you, you'll be called for a paid trial. And normally you can get it because a trial actually is the primary training for you. I've been here for 2 months and I've done 5 jobs. Cleaners, waitress, kitchen hand, laundry staff, and a pizza maker. Yes, and all of that come from a phone recruiting. So be confident and pick up the phone, call them directly. That's the quickest way, more than applying CV through email or their websites, because I guess no one's going to have a time to check it. Except some big supermarket or restaurant like KFC, McDonald's, where you have to apply online to get a job. Okay, that's the end of my sharing today. I've just been here for 2 months, so not much experience. But if you have any question, it's my pleasure to share with you. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comment under this. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.